Good evening. Welcome to another nightcap at the Piper's Table. Getting a little better at those. So, this is my fifth bowl of Capstan original Navy cut today. Um, this is kind of a continuation of my prior video today. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, you can check that out. And if you're unfamiliar with the Capstan original Navy cut flake tobacco, this is the tin. Um, I mentioned earlier this cool little um, part of the label, and I actually didn't know that that's called the capstan. Made sense where it got its name, but that was kind of cool to learn that today. But anyways, yeah. So I've spent a lot of time with this tobacco today. Had a really lovely day actually. I woke up this morning before the sun and tried the capstan for the very first time, and for those of you who have been following along, you've heard me express that although I enjoy some pure Virginia blends, I'm not really a Virginia blend connoisseur. So the only reason why I tried this is because it's Tolkien's favorite, and I really wanted to try that. And um, it was such a nice, mellow, and it just this nice mellow smoke. Um, and I just feel like it kept beckoning me back for another bowl. I waited a couple hours, and it was like another one. And so I really feel like it deserved me to say something else. Um, and so, I had a bowl this morning that was lovely. And then mid morning, my family and we went outside and I packed another bowl and did some hedging and some pruning in the cottage garden. And, just some of those kind of like late winter, cusp of spring measurements to get prepared for spring. Um, if you have any kind of fruit trees or hedgerows or anything like that that need attention and you're in the central or northern parts of Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, this week is supposed to be a little bit warmer. And it's a really good time to get out there and do some pruning work before the sap and everything starts flowing again and the trees wake up from their winter dormancy. So we were doing that, and the capstan was just such a nice companion out doing gardening work. We went to a cafe and ran a few errands, came back, and we played outside some more, and I had some more capstan, and I thought I wanted to try it out of one of my favorite church wardens that I own and really sit with it one more time today because I finally figured it out. I finally figured out what it is about capstan that I think Tolkien appreciated it for. Now, of course, this is all my own personal opinion and speculation, but if I had to guess what it was about capstan that kept him coming back over and over and had him, compelled him to keep a constant supply of it, is that I think this tobacco perhaps more than any other tobacco I've smoked, is the background music of pipe tobaccos. And what I mean by that is it's just a really nice companion for anything that you're doing. It's flavorful and really enjoyable. It's really mellow. Um, there's absolutely no pipe bite whatsoever, almost no lingering flavor in your mouth or lingering mouth feel once the smoke is done. It's easy to break up. It's easy to light. It does not require a lot of relights, and it doesn't produce any moisture um, while you're smoking it. So it's really enjoyable without being overpowering. It never steps into the forefront, I suppose, of what you're doing, which is what I mean when I say it's the background music of pipe tobaccos. Um, because when one puts on background music, whether you're studying or a meditative session, maybe you're writing, maybe you're reading, doing something else, you don't pick shitty music. You pick something that's nice. You pick something that really enhances the vibe and your overall ability to sink in and fully experience or express what it is that you're trying to do. Um, so it adds another level to your concentration, your relaxation, meditation, whatever. Um, and I think that's probably why. I can see how this would be just an excellent tobacco for writing your thoughts on paper. And in his case, all kinds of poetry and other works and the whole epics surrounding Middle Earth and the mythology that he created. And it's really fun to think about how many times was he stuck with a thought or getting it worded to the way that he wanted, and pack another bowl of Capstan, another pint of beer, another mug of tea, and help get those creative juices flowing again. It's just a nice background thing to untangle those thoughts and keep going. I think that's pretty fun to think about, that Tolkien himself would have been sitting there smoking Capstan in his study, writing up a storm. And after years of Capstan smoking and writing, he gifted all of us with the epic Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, the Silmarillion, amongst all of his other many works. So I think that that's a comparison that really does Capstan justice. The background music of pipe tobaccos. Turn green. I'm not on Gandalf's level yet. Yeah, anyways, there's the continuation of my thoughts on Capstan. My fifth bowl. And yeah, this is one of my favorite Churchwarden pipes that I own. I know that it's kind of high contrast in here, the lighting in my solarium, but beautiful pipe. Pretty decent sized bowl. Beautiful sterling silver right here on the mount. And then, I don't know how well you can see, but it's got this beautiful polished piece of Baltic amber inlaid into the stem. Um, Now I got this. I broke this pipe out once in the video series here, and I talked about it briefly. I got this in um, Laconia, New Hampshire, at a very cool pipe tobacco and cigar shop called Happy Jack's. If you're ever in Laconia, excuse me. stop in Happy Jack's and check it out. Especially if you're a cigar smoker. He's a cigar guy himself, and he sells a lot of cigars. But he had a very nice offering of pipe tobaccos that are recipes that his grandfather, he would order in bulk tobaccos and blend them himself, and they still offer those same tobacco recipes almost 100 years later, and that's pretty special to me. But he tried to tell me that this was a like a Savinelli, like a vintage Savinelli seconds. I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of such a thing. I'm not sure if I um, believe that. You probably can't see, but right here on the silver, oriented vertically, it's got like a broken triangle, and it's got just the letters EP in the center of it. Um, I've never seen that before. I haven't done a lot of research, but there's a lot of EPs out there as far as initials. EP Golden Briar pipes. If anybody watching this happens to know anything about that maker's mark, or if you have a EP pipe, and like I said, it's like 2 carats broken like this, EP. Um, I love this pipe. I would love to find out for sure who the maker is, or any history I can learn about it. If anyone out there has that information, please send it to me. I'd be very, very grateful and very curious to find out. I think this one's worth a try. Um, I think as far as a all Virginia blend goes, it's done very, very well. It's a very very top shelf blend. And with all things considered now, I definitely can see why Tolkien loved this tobacco. It's a really fine companion to anything that you might be doing throughout the day, whether that's manual labor, intellectual labors. I think Capstan is a great choice for those types of activities, and I hope that you try it. And yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think about it. I'd love to hear what more pipers think about the Capstan who've tried it, um, especially if you're a Tolkien fan, just to get your opinions on what do you think it is about this tobacco um, that he loves so much. But anyways, I'm going to sit back and keep practicing turning my smoke rings green and blue and sending them about where I want. Cheers.